r/rules horror. Posted by u/lady, Divana13. Rules for the front desk. Hello, and welcome to the start of your employment at the Raven Hill Hotel. 1. You have been selected for our front desk position, and you will be working the night shift. Attached to this letter is a list of rules you must review before your first shift. Failure to follow these rules will lead to termination, or more severe consequences. Arrive in the parking lot for your shift no later than 9:15 p.m. Once in the parking lot, do not leave your car until the outside lights flash 3 times. Once that is done, you may enter the building and the mid-shift will leave once you have clocked in. 1A. If after 15 minutes the lights do not flash, or they flash any more or any less than 3 times, immediately leave and go straight home for the day. No questions will be asked, we will understand. 2. Once you have clocked in for your shift, you must count the spare room keys. If a spare key is missing, you must go down to the basement storage before 9:45 p.m. and collect the keys that may be missing. Upper management will be displeased if anything is out of order. 3. At this point you are free to check in any guests or otherwise do as you wish within the vicinity of the front desk until 12 a.m. Once it is 12 a.m., you must make the rounds through all 3 floors. Bring the flashlight and salt container at the front desk with you. They may only be used during your rounds. 3A. If you come across any open doors during your rounds, knock on the door frame 3 times. If you hear nothing, walk into the room and turn off any lights that may be on, then leave, closing the door behind you. Alternatively, if you do receive an answer of some sort, run as fast as you can back to the front desk and sprinkle the provided salt at the beginning of the first floor hallway. Something will follow you back, but will not be able to pass that salt line. 3B. If at any point you see any of the previously missing spare keys during your rounds, collect and take them to storage in the basement once you have walked through all the floors. 3C. The 3rd floor tends to be the most active at night, especially around 12:30 to 12:45 a.m. During this time, the power may go out on this floor. If this does happen, turn on the provided flashlight and point it at the floor about 1 foot in front of you and stand still. Listen to your surroundings. If you hear any footsteps, turn off the flashlight immediately and shut your eyes and stand completely still. Something will pass by you. Do not react to anything you may feel or hear. Once the footsteps are gone, you will need to go back to the front desk by either the elevator or stairs, which are on opposite sides of the 3rd floor. You will need to keep your flashlight 1 foot in front of you, still pointed at the ground. If at any point you see a pair of feet shown in the light, immediately turn around. Whatever being is standing there will not take kindly to you coming near it. Once you have done your rounds and returned any keys, you may return to the front desk and will not have to patrol the floors again during the night. 4. You may receive calls at the front desk during your shift, though they should be limited. If the phone rings, always let it ring 3 times before picking up. If you pick up the phone and it is a guest or someone wishing to book a room, proceed as normal. 4A. If at any point you answer the phone and you hear a man whisper "I see you," respond with the words "You cannot see me, for I am not here." If the man hangs up, you are safe and may proceed as normal. 4B. On the off chance he does not hang up, you may hear heavy breathing and the line will go dead. You will then hear running on the stairs. At this point, you must hide in one of 2 spots, the coat closet in the staff room, or in a bathroom stall. If you do not make it in time, then it is too late. If you do manage to hide before he reaches the front desk, wait exactly 5 minutes before leaving your hiding spot. Ignore anything you may hear before then. 5. 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. will be the point in your shift with the most disturbances. It is at this point you might start seeing and hearing things. For the most part, this will be nothing you have to pay attention to. There are only 2 things you must look out for. See Rules 5A and 5B for this information. 5A. After 3 a.m., the smiling woman likes to roam. If at any point you look down the 1st floor hallway and see her peering around the corner, do not take your eyes off her and do not show any emotion. If you break those rules, she will take it as an invitation to come to the front desk. You are beyond help at that point. If you hear the basement door open and see her on the stairs, follow the same rules as if she were in the hallway. She will eventually leave. Once she does, you are safe, but please be advised she may return later at any time before 5 a.m. 5B. If you at any point need to use the restroom at 3 a.m. or after, place your ear on the door and listen for any noise. If you hear nothing, it is safe to go in. If you hear talking or crying, wait 5 minutes and try again. Once you are in the restroom, proceed to the first stall. The other stalls are occupied. If you hear crying in the stalls next to you, ignore it but finish your business as fast as possible. If you hear one of the stall doors open and the sink turn on, do not leave your stall until the water is turned off. 5c. If the smiling woman does not see you at the front desk, she may wander into the bathroom to look for you. If you are in the stall when that happens, lift your feet so they cannot be seen and be silent. If you are at the sink washing up, she will peek in first to see if you are there. At that point, do what you would if you were at the front desk. 6. If you hear the elevators open up and you see no one is inside, leave the building immediately and get in your car and drive home. You must lock your doors and hide under your covers until 8 a.m. Something in the hotel has taken a liking to you and will attempt to follow you home. 7. At 5:30 a.m. your shift will end. You have 15 minutes to flash the outdoor lights 3 times so that the morning shift may enter the building. If you do not flash the lights in time, you will not be able to leave the building. I am sorry. Remember those rules well, and you will do just fine. We shall see you for your first shift on October the 13th. Thank you. Tracy S. Wallace, General Manager, Raven Hill Hotel. Next story of this video. Posted by u/daddy_jobo69. Joe's Burgers, the dining experience. After hours of continuous driving, your dusty red car slowly bumbles its way through an old parking lot. The vehicle monotonously drifts by an array of abandoned buildings, yet one of them is not as deserted as the multitudes of structures surrounding it. A rustic-styled neon sign blares the words Joe's Burgers in red and blue letters. The contrast of the lively sign and the abandoned environment draws your attention, and you gently park the old, crimson-colored automobile in one of the many empty parking spaces before you. In the dreary solitude of the year 5086, it was establishments like this that would accumulate the few survivors in this time period. You step out of the car and walk toward the relatively new-looking 90s-style diner. You notice a piece of paper taped to the glass doors of the restaurant. It reads as follows. Welcome to Joe's Burgers, one of the 5 restaurant chains founded by the Dining Experience LLC. The Dining Experience LLC is not responsible for the possible dismemberment or death that may occur within its premises. In order to best avoid these scenarios, please read the rules below. 1. When you enter, please wait to be seated. You do not want to accidentally seat yourself in the seats reserved for the hostile creatures which took over the planet. They will not take kindly to this. 2. Make sure the lady seating you is wearing a red plaid uniform. If she is wearing any other color, kindly tell her that you have to grab something from your car and exit the building. Keep your back face toward the restaurant for 5 minutes, and then it is safe to turn around and enter inside. If the waitress is still wearing a color other than red, then it is advised to leave the restaurant and never return. Double check that there is not one of the things following you before exiting the parking lot. 3. Once you are seated, do not talk to anybody who isn't in your party besides the waitress. Sometimes it can be hard to tell who or what is real, and the things which wiped out the majority of the population do not like to be acknowledged. 4. If you have to go to the restroom, go quickly. Refer to Rules 4A-4C to guide you to safety while using the bathrooms. 4A. If the bathroom door is blue, then you are safe. Use the restroom for its intended purpose and nothing should go wrong. 4B. If the bathroom door is yellow, use it quickly. Do not dilly-dally. You have about 1 minute before it becomes unsafe, and when it does, you're on your own. 4C. If the bathroom door is red, go back to your seat immediately. Put your head down on the table and close your eyes. Recite the phrase, I am sane. I am alive. I am well. 3 times. Do not acknowledge anything that tries to interrupt you from repeating this phrase. Once you are done, the bathroom should be colored blue. 5. Stay at your table for as long as possible unless you are leaving the restaurant or going to the bathroom. Do not under any circumstances enter other rooms in the restaurant such as the kitchen or maintenance closet. 6. When your food arrives, make sure there isn't human body parts in it. Those things around you will become very angry if you eat their food. Politely tell your waitress that you received the wrong order the next time she comes by your table. She will understand and bring you your actual meal. 7. Promptly leave the restaurant when you are finished with your food. Do not make a disturbance inside the establishment, but run to your car when exiting it. Do not look back. Drive as fast as you can until you are 5 miles away from the accursed building. Those apocalyptic beings should stop chasing you by then. That's all. Adhere to the rules and you should be just fine. We hope you have a pleasurable experience at Joe's Burgers. That was creepy. You say to yourself as you thrust open the glass doors of the mysterious diner. A cheerful waitress in red greets you. Hello sir, How many are in your party? Oh, just one. You mumble in a raspy voice. Sounds good. Right this way, sir. The waitress says as she leads you to a bright red booth. I will be with you shortly to take your order. A few minutes pass. The urge to go to the bathroom slowly creeps in. You rise out of your assigned chair and quickly make your way to the restroom, careful not to acknowledge the presence of the various entities around you. You stare at the door. It is blood red. At first you thought nothing of it, but you remembered the rules. You reach out for the door handle and that's when the feeling hits you like a train. Something is wrong. Very wrong. Without a second thought, you rush to your seat and recite the phrase, I am sane. I am alive. I am well. I am sane. I am alive. I am well. I am sane. I am Ali. Not for long. A booming, distorted voice coming from an unknown source blurts out. You look up and realize your mistake. The restaurant is encompassed by a deafening silence. The rules stated to not let anything interrupt the recitation of the ritualistic phrase. You take a glance around the restaurant. Every entity and waitress in the restaurant is staring at you with a creepy smile, clearly holding back evil intentions. You can see a mysterious liquid that looks like a mixture of blood and some other substance oozing from the walls. You scream. As you try to make a run for it, you see the creatures blocking the exit. So without thinking, you dash into the janitor's closet. Your hands slam the door behind you and you slouch against the door, blocking those things from entering. There is no light in the janitor's closet. You are encompassed by a pitch-black darkness. Your mind recalls another one of the rules that stated to never enter the maintenance closet. It is too late now. In the other end of the closet, you can hear heavy breathing, and footsteps slowly approaching. You try to open the door to go back into the restaurant, but it is locked. There is nothing you can do. You scream in terror as the thing comes closer. Meanwhile, the restaurant returns to normal. The entities go back to their seats and eat their flesh burgers in peace. The waitress brings out your food and sets it at your empty booth. She takes a glance at the maintenance closet, and sees a red liquid pouring out from under the door. She slowly shakes her head with an unknown understanding and returns the food back to the kitchen.